Welcome to an episode of Inner Work Guides, Alchemical Gnosis, Yoga of the West. I'm your host, John H. Reed III. Let's get to it. Sustainable Transmutations, The Traveler, Part 2. After 12 months of living in the cave's inner darkness, emergence into physical light felt like going through a second birth. The searing pain of the light when it hit his eyes, and the burning when it touched his skin, made him think he was mother and child in one. For indeed he had experienced the disorienting agony of his rebirth. He had faced those shadows crawling up from his internal Stygian dark, and won? He could never be quite sure. The centaur was an enigma, to be sure. Go directly to this town, he had ordered. Stay on the path. Do not deviate, he had emphasized, his nostrils flaring and his mane bristling as he spoke. The traveler had sat at the entrance to the cave until his sensorium could handle the new old world. Everything was different. Everything was alive and danced with an inherent luminance that he had first encountered in the deepest parts of the cave. That luminance had given light to his inner shadow world. But now, to be out among the living things, the upright things of this world, was overwhelming. He wanted to run through the grass with abandon, letting its long stalks caress his exposed flesh. He jumped to his feet, about to give in to inner exuberance, when he heard the centaur's admonition again. Stay on the path. How hard could it be? The road was straight from here to the town, but wide enough only to accommodate a wagon and a rider on horse abreast. As he walked, certain things began to catch his attention, and his sight would telescope toward them, revealing their rich detail. The sweet promise of a tree ripening its fruit. By the gods, he had not tasted anything like that in months. He could conjure up in his mind the taste, the sensation of sinking his teeth into it and savoring its flavor on his tongue. It was but 20 meters away. And stay on the path. What was that in the distance? He could see a smoking ruins of a farmstead. Were the farmer and family still alive? Perhaps he should go see. It would be the right thing to do. Wasn't that expected of him? Stay on the path. As he continued onward, he could look down a gently sloping hill to a small pond. There were 3 people in the water. From here they looked androgynous. They were singing and dancing, their movements hypnotic and their voices enticing. He meant only to look and tarry a moment, enjoying them from afar. How much time had passed! How could he have not noticed that he was moving towards them? The sound of thundering hooves broke the spell. He had deviated from the path, and he could hear his guide approaching, speedily tearing through grass and brush. To be continued. Thank you for listening to this episode of Inner Work Guides, Alchemical Gnosis, Yoga of the West. Don't forget to subscribe. Contact me by writing to theinnerworkguide@gmail.com. Go to my website, innerwork.guide. Create an account to get on the mailing list. Read the blog and listen to the podcast. Click on the donate button to support my work.